Chapter 2. Computer Memory. Overview of this chapter. Understanding computer storage units. Storage memory. We save important things to keep track of our work and other valuable information for future use. The reason for storing things is to keep them safe and retrieve them when needed. In the same way, a computer can hold a lot of data and information that you can access whenever you need it without waiting. The storage space in a computer is called its memory. The amount of data that a computer's memory can hold is measured in bits and bytes. Understanding computer storage units. A computer stores data in the form of binary digits 0 and 1 called bits. It is the smallest unit of information that can be stored on a computer. A group of 8 bits is called a byte. 1 byte is used to store a single character in the computer. For example, the word memories requires 6 bytes. 6 into 8 equal 48 bits in the memory. Primary memory. Secondary memory. 1 bit, 0 or 1. 1 byte, B, 8 bits. For example, 11, 10, 11, 0, 0. 1 kilobyte, KB, 1024 bytes. 1 megabyte MB, 1024 KB. 1 gigabyte TB, 1024 MB. 1 terabyte TB, 1024 GB. 1 petabyte PB, 1024 TB. 1 exabyte EB, 1024 PB. 1 zettabyte ZB, 1024 EB. Every computer has a certain amount of memory which is capable of storing information temporarily or permanently based on the type of memory. Memory. Computer memory is mainly divided into 2 types: primary memory, also called internal memory, and secondary memory, also called external memory. Memory. Primary internal memory. RAM, RAM. Secondary external memory. Hard disk, CD, DVD, Blu-ray, pen drive, memory card. Primary memory. Primary memory is the computer's main memory. It's where the computer stores all its information. It's very fast, but it can only hold a little bit of information. The computer can't do anything without its main memory. Do you know? When the computer is switched on, the first program, which is loaded into the main memory, is the operating system. The primary memory is further divided into 2 types. Random access memory, RAM. RAM is the computer's short-term memory. It only remembers things that the computer is using right now. RAM is like a temporary notebook for the computer. If you turn off the computer, the notes in the notebook disappear. That's why RAM is called volatile, as it cannot store data permanently. Read-only memory ROM. This is a memory location that stores boot-up instructions which are required to prepare computer to work properly. The instructions stored in ROM cannot be changed as they can only be read. These instructions are written only once at the time of manufacturing. It is a permanent memory, that is, the information stored in ROM is not lost even if the power is turned off. Thus, it is a non-volatile memory. Do you know? RAM is like an audio disc that can be played, but we cannot record anything on it except in a few selected circumstances. Secondary memory. Secondary memory is the external and permanent memory of a computer. It is used to keep a large amount of data and information for a long time. The information stays in secondary memory until you decide to delete it. Some examples of secondary memory include hard disks, CDs, DVDs, pen drives, and memory cards. The difference between the primary memory and the secondary memory is listed in the following table. Primary memory. Secondary memory. It is the main memory of the computer and is located inside the CPU. Therefore, it is also known as internal memory. It is the secondary storage memory. It can be present outside the CPU. Thus, it is called the external memory. Primary memory is directly accessible by the CPU. Secondary memory cannot be accessed directly by the CPU. When we run a program, it is first loaded from the storage device into the primary memory. It is usually volatile as it stores data temporarily. It is non-volatile as it stores data permanently. It has a limited storage capacity, typically ranging from 256 MB to 4 GB. It has a large storage capacity, typically ranging from 16 GB to 1 terabyte TB. Storage devices. In our daily lives, we have many places to store our items like cupboards and bookshelves. In the same way, computers use different devices to keep data safely for a long time. Let's learn about some of these devices. Hard disk. The hard disk is the main storage device of a computer. It is usually installed inside the CPU case. You can save documents, music, pictures, games, videos, and software applications on the hard disk. The information is stored on the hard disk using magnetic technology, so it remains there even when the computer is turned off. You can read and write data on the hard disk using the hard disk drive. Modern hard disks can hold anywhere from 500 GB to several terabytes TB of data, allowing you to store a lot more information. Compact disc. A CD is an external storage device that is a small plastic disc used to record text, graphics, sounds, images, and videos. It can also be used to store information which can be read by a computer. The data written onto the CD can be read by the laser beam in the CD drive present inside the CPU. It can store up to 700 MB of data or 80 minutes of audio. It measures 4.7 inches in diameter. Do you know? Initially, CDs were used to store only audio files. In 1980, it has expanded beyond audio recordings into other storage uses, such as for storing pictures, videos, and software. DVD. A DVD is almost like a CD, and it works similarly. The main difference is that it can hold more data. DVD stands for Digital Versatile Disc, and it is a type of optical media. Although it looks like a CD, it has a larger storage capacity. Some DVDs are designed for playing videos, while others can store various types of information like software programs and computer files. A DVD can hold between 4.7 GB and 17 GB of data. To read or write data on a DVD, you need to use a DVD drive, which can also handle CDs. Blu-ray disc. The name Blu-ray disc comes from the blue-violet laser technology used to read and write data on it. You can read or write data on a Blu-ray disc with a special Blu-ray player. This optical disc can hold up to 50 GB of data, which is much more than a DVD can store. Because it has such a high storage capacity, it is mainly used for keeping high-quality music files, video games, and movies. It is a modern type of optical storage device. Flash drive. A flash drive, often called a pen drive, is a small and easy-to-carry device that many people use to save and back up their data. Pen drives are widely being used these days to transfer large amount of data from one computer to another. It can store up to 2 terabytes of data. The copying and moving of data from one device to another is easier using a pen drive. Do you know? The first pen drive was launched in the year 2000. It had a storage capacity of 8 MB. Memory card. A memory card is a kind of storage device that is commonly used to save photos, videos, and other information in electronic devices. Some devices that use memory cards include digital cameras, camcorders, smartphones, tablets, and music players. You can move data from the memory card to the computer using either a card reader or a data cable. Using a card reader, simply insert the memory card into the card reader and connect the card reader to the computer. Using a data cable, you can also connect your device to the computer with a data cable to transfer data to and from the computer. Do you know? Nowadays, you can store your data or information online. This is called cloud storage. You can access your data or information from anywhere, anytime, and on any device. Some popular places to store data or information online are OneDrive, Google Drive, iCloud, and Dropbox. Check your memory. The storage area of a computer is known as its memory. The data stored in a computer in the form of binary digits 0 and 1 called bits. It is the smallest unit of information that can be stored on a computer. A group of 8 bits is called a byte. The computer memory is majorly categorized into two types: primary internal memory and secondary external memory. Primary memory, also called the main memory, is the built-in memory of a computer. It is the fastest memory of the computer. The primary memory is further divided into two types: random access memory, RAM, and read-only memory, ROM. Secondary memory is the external and permanent memory of a computer. It is used to store large amount of data and information permanently. Some of the storage devices used in a computer to store large amount of data permanently are hard disk, CD, DVD, Blu-ray disc, pen drive, and memory card.